Welcome to the Overflow, when the light gets in you. In this Advent season, we've been sitting with the image of light. Not just light that arrives, but light that transforms. And today we're asking a deeper question. What happens when the light doesn't just shine on us, but begins to shine through us? Paul's words in Ephesians 5 were written to believers living in the city of Ephesus, a place full of activity, influence, and spiritual confusion. Ephesus was a major Roman city, a cultural crossroads, and the center of Artemis worship. It was known for public spectacle, but private darkness, sexual immorality, economic exploitation, and even magical practices shaped everyday life. And it's into that world that Paul writes, not to scold one specific failure, but to shape an identity. Ephesians is about formation, about what it looks like to live as God's new humanity in a broken world. So when Paul says in Ephesians 5, you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord, he's not just describing behavior. He's describing transformation. He doesn't say they lived in darkness. He says that they were darkness. And now in Christ, they are light. That's not self-improvement. That's new creation. Paul reminds us that following Jesus doesn't just change what we believe. It changes who we are. And because our identity has changed, our walk must change too. Walking in the light doesn't mean perfection. It means alignment. It means letting who Christ has made us shape how we live. Paul says the fruit of the light shows up in goodness, righteousness, and truth, and one unified life, not a fragmented one. Light doesn't just expose what's wrong. Life produces what is right. And walking in the light requires discernment. Paul describes it as a continual learning, figuring out what pleases the Lord in real life, real situations, real choices. This isn't rigid rule following. It's wisdom shaped by relationship. Paul also says something bold. Don't participate in the works of darkness. Expose them, not by shaming, not by arguing, but by contrast, by presence. Light resists darkness simply by being light. Darkness thrives in secrecy, silence, and isolation. But when light enters, shame loses its power. What's hidden becomes visible. And Paul says something remarkable. When things are exposed by the light, they don't just get revealed, they get transformed. What the light touches, it changes. And then Paul closes with what many believe was an early Christian hymn. Awake, O sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Light calls dead things to life. Christ doesn't just awake us up. He makes us radiant. So in a world full of conflict, confusion, and darkness, followers of Jesus become living lanterns. Not because we shine on our own, but because Christ's light is alive in us. We become embodied hope, embodied peace. This Advent, the invitation is simple but profound. Let the light get inside of you, because when Jesus shines through you, your life becomes a witness that darkness cannot overcome. Thanks for joining us for Overflow. We're grateful you're here.